Hi everyone, welcome to another one of my podcasts. I'm Sue Parker, founder of Bilingual Child's Play, my blog about teaching my children another language. Today I wanted to share with you one of the games that my son loves and has given us great opportunity to introduce both role play terms such as greetings and that sort of thing, and also new foods, how to learn the foods. So each time we play shop, we are introducing, say, between 5 and 8 new foods each time. Foods that we can practice at the dinner table, when we're out in the supermarket, so absolutely loads of opportunities. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is how we play it, how we switch out the language, so that you can have a go with your kids. I once read that our children get more from playing with us for half an hour a day than they do from other activities we could do with them, or any other part of their day. And obviously they learn most of it from mums and dads and us talking with them and playing with them. Helps develop their imagination, their language, their communication, all those sorts of great things. And it gives them that bit of attention that they need. So if you listen to positive parenting podcasts, what you'll notice is they always want they need attention, and they need power, and by playing games with them you're giving them that attention. So we play shop quite a lot. It's sort of developed from when my son was really young. The most exciting thing was putting things through a pretend checkout and doing the beep noise. We'd even have a keyboard on show for a bit of background music in the store sometimes. So today I'm just going to show you a short clip of me switching out the English word for the food item with the French word, and Sebi obviously knows these because we've done them quite a few times now, so he will ask for them and I will ask him to make a point of asking for those foods and saying which foods he wants in French. All you'll need to do this activity is just a bunch of foods from your store cupboard. Sebi absolutely loves raiding my cupboard for jam and various other items he can bring to play shop. We use a peg basket because we're being quite innovative in that regard for him to pay. Sometimes we have a carrier bag with us. Pretend money. He also likes to use my bank card and pretend that he's doing a contactless transaction like we are. We also have a stack of receipts because I've got loads of those in my purse that we can issue when he's purchased something. And if you're a little bit concerned because you don't know the foods, and this is absolutely for non-bilingual people, not native speakers of the language, I've actually uploaded some French flashcards of the food items. But if you're doing another language, you can easily look those up and just do a handful, like I say, between 5 and 8 each time. Repeat them, and after a few times of repetition throughout the game, you'll really get that. The great thing about this game is that it's meaningful context. It provides that role play situation, which is like, this is fun, this is real, and children love to play real life games. So any game that replicates real life, at the minute Seb's had a little sister, so it's all about playing mums and dads with the baby, but this one is just a great one that they can see in action. And when we're out in the supermarket, we will point to the confiture. I'm keeping it really simple because you might just be introducing things. So let's just stick with the names of the foods, and then what we'll do is we'll build up the sentences as we go. So we'll learn how to say I would like and thank you and is there anything else you'd like. But let's just keep the sentences really simple, like a child would learn the names for things. So my child might point and say milk, and before they actually start to do small sentences. So start with that. Also, the reward of remembering the word for lait, milk, and those sorts of things is actually great encouragement and motivation to carry on. So here's a short clip of Seb and I playing the game. Didn't exactly go to plan. At one point Seb decided to eat the strawberries and the fraises and the myrtilles, so you'll notice the blueberries have probably dwindled in that little pot, so I stopped mentioning them. And he does also go a little bit silly at one point, but that's working with children. What you see is very real, but he really does know the language, which is great. So it's been a worthwhile activity, and like I say, there's lots of other opportunities to bring this one out into real life situations. Hello, Amelie. Would you like to say something? Yeah? You like lait, don't you? Although tu aimes les fraises at the moment, don't you? You like the fraises, huh? Les fraises. Yeah, you've been having a good munch on a strawberry today, as we start weaning her. Right, enough about that. Let's have a look at the game.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, madame.
Très bien, yeah. Would you like some fruit today? Des fruits, j'ai un citron, des fraises, banane ou framboise. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes? What would you like? Fraises? Des fraises? Très bien. Et avec ça, une banane, framboise et citron. With that, what would you like? Framboise et myrtille. J'ai aussi. Poisson, confiture, lait. What would you like? What's that?
Du lait.
Très bien. Would you like some poisson et confiture? No? Oui or no? Okay, let's have a look at what you've bought then, and let's put those through the checkout. So what's this one you've bought?
Du lait.
Pardon?
Du lait.
Du lait. Très bien, some milk. And what else have you got there?
Now, if I share with you a couple of language tips, and there are literally thousands of these, but these are specific to working with children and keeping it fun and engaging and all those kind of good things. What I would say is, number one, keep it fun. So if you started to get frustrated because they're not responding, they're not repeating, that's fine. They listen at first. They always listen at first. Sebi only started to speak the French language 6 months after we'd started introducing it, but he was listening. Yes, like you are now. He's always listening. That's how children learn at first. They listen. They have to be fully comfortable and confident. So they're listeners. So keep it fun regardless of whether they're joining in English or in French. They are taking it in, and at some point you will create that need for them to speak in the other language by pretending the shopkeeper is French or something. But go with it. So keep it fun. Lots of praise. So if they do use the French language and they start to repeat the words, so citron or whatever they're saying, even if they're saying it wrong, say well done. Bon, très bien. And the reason you're doing that is because who doesn't like to be told they're doing well at something, and that that's positive attention that you're giving to them, positive attention that children need, and we would do that if they were saying it in their primary language. We would be, yeah, you've learnt a word, you're learning something, well done, even when they say it incorrectly, like the grangrad scenario where Seb calls his granddad grangrad, and we'll say actually it's granddad, but we don't chastise him, we don't say no, you don't say it like that, you just say, oh, granddad, yes, and eventually he will start to say that correctly. And the next bit of advice I would give you is repeat. Same as you do when your child is learning their primary language. They will say to you a word, granddad, yes, he's going here, isn't he? And what you're doing then is you're showing them how to say it properly by repeating what they've said correctly. You're not telling them off, you're still using positive reinforcement, you're saying, I understand, that's great. And they're listening to those sounds, and eventually they will come out with those things correctly. So happy playing, folks. And if there's, do you know what I'd really love is if you were to share some of your videos of your children having a go, or photos of you playing shop. That would be absolutely fantastic. A bientôt, see you soon.